This video shows a 24-year-old member of an organized crime group. She's a money courier, part of a sophisticated effort that allegedly bilked people across the country out of millions of dollars.
That looks terrible.
Yeah.
The footage is from Judith and Ronald Addig's doorbell camera. KPBS obtained the video from police. The El Cajon couple is seeing it for the first time. For the 78-year-old Judith, the video brings back memories of a fateful call she received in May of 2020.
Hello. It was my grandson, Troy, and he'd had an accident. The police have arrested him.
He told her how much money he needed, and she couldn't tell his father. It would make him angry.
It was $7,600 that they wanted. Cash. Everything is cash.
And you're in jail.
Judith had a lot of questions. He had all the answers.
He said that somebody's going to come pick it up because that's the only way I can get it out of jail. So I did, the thing that every mother grandma does, help them.
But the voice on the other end of the line was not Judith's grandson. Law enforcement says the Addigs are among dozens of people in San Diego and across the country who have fallen victim to a so-called grandparent scam run by a nationwide criminal syndicate. It's called the Enterprise.
This is so much more rampant than anyone in the country is willing to admit.
That's Deputy San Diego County DA Scott Perillo. He says the grandparent scam is an old crime, but the Enterprise has taken it to a new level.
Okay, your name is Jessica? Jessica. Okay. Okay, and you're going right back there? Yes. Okay, thank you.
She's not Jessica, she's Jasmine. Jasmine Peror from Los Angeles. The indictment explains how couriers like her were at the bottom rung of the Enterprise's ladder. She allegedly took the Addict's money and passed it to a crew chief who oversees other couriers. It was then passed up to the national organization. Peror was eventually arrested in 2021 and charged with 33 felonies, including extortion, fraud, and money laundering. This wasn't her only courier stop.
That's a pretty good investigative lead.
This San Diego case would open the eyes of the DA's office to the potential breadth of the Enterprise organization.
There was a network of money laundering syndicate above her, and so that launched a federal investigation.
Currently, I'm a trial attorney with...
Alexandra Johnson is a prosecutor in the U.S. Attorney's Office in San Diego. She says Peror's arrest got the feds interested. The Justice Department doesn't usually pay attention to elder fraud abuse, but this one was different.
But she led us to the others on the West Coast.
Johnson would join Perillo, the FBI, and other law enforcement agencies to form a first-of-its-kind crime-fighting team, the San Diego Elder Justice Task Force. In another first, the Enterprise members were prosecuted under the Federal Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, or RICO, which can lead to longer prison terms and larger fines.
A RICO indictment in a case like this is something that is really a watershed moment in the fight against elder scams.
A grand jury indictment followed in July 2021, naming 8 Enterprise members. Looking back, investigators say they were able to break the case because the Enterprise got too greedy. Couriers tried to squeeze more money out of their victims. That's what happened to the Addicts.
He did call back after he got his money, and he wanted $21,000 more.
The couple headed to their bank, California Trust, to take the money out.
The girls at the bank said, "This is a scam." And I said, "No, it's about my grandson." She said, "You start calling your whole family, it's a scam."
The next breakthrough came when the task force learned of a similar scenario that played out in Ohio.
The victim by then realized it's not right. So when he showed up, they arrested him, seized his phone devices. the case got better after that.
The phones provided a wealth of leads. Law enforcement now had a roadmap to the enterprise's network. In time, operations in Florida, Arizona, New York, and Texas would be uncovered.
They study psychology and they know exactly how to get their hook in the victim.
Deputy DA Perillo says the investigation shows how vulnerable thousands of older Americans are and has brought a new awareness of elder fraud to the highest levels of law enforcement.
We're not going to educate our way out of this problem. We need serious action from law enforcement, from government, from the banking industry, from the retail industry. We need a monumental response to this monumental problem.
As for the ongoing effort against the Enterprise gang members,
We're going to follow the evidence and get it done.
Amita Sharma, KPBS News.